don't even know what's about to happen next, but I'm already thanking God for what he's about to do.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Sincerely Key, and we are back with another video. This time we are on episode 14. Episode 14. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for joining. Thank you for deciding to sit in with your girl. And for all of those of you who have been to my page, who are subscribed, who follow me, thank you for coming and kicking it with your homegirl yet again for another video. First and foremost, I want to start something different. I want you guys to tap in with yourself. How are you feeling right now? How's your body feeling? How's your mind, your mental feeling right now in this moment? I want you guys to take a deep breath. So we're gonna breathe in. And we're gonna breathe out. And I want you guys to just sit with that for a minute. You know, allow your body to just relax. If you're not, get comfortable. I will hope you are already comfortable, but get comfortable. Get your snacks. Get you something to drink, you know. Get you a little space. Because we're going to talk about some things. Today, some things have been on my heart. I feel like every time I come up here, I'm talking about what I am currently experiencing from week to week. And this week, y'all, the spirit of quitting my job has been heavy on me. It's been so heavy on me. I'm in this weird space, and it might not even be weird, but I'm in this space where I am so underwhelmed with the work that I do. Not only am I underwhelmed, but I feel as though my spirit just says is more that I'm supposed to be doing. You know, it's more that I'm supposed to be doing in this life. I have been working since I was 16 years old. And I feel like since I was 16, I've always held down these jobs that I've always had to go above and beyond to prove myself, but it still wasn't enough to, one, advance me to where I wanted to be, and two, I feel like I've been at these jobs that I've taken out of survival mode. And for some of y'all may know what I'm talking about. You know, you in this a place of you need the money, you know, you need the benefits of the things that come with them, so you take a job. And I feel like since I was 16, I've always taken jobs that were out of survival mode. And then it's always me saying that, oh, I'm not going to stay at these jobs long. I'm only going to use these jobs, you know, for a little bit of time, just to take me from point A to point B, or just to get me to where I need to be. And then, long story short, I end up being at these jobs longer than I should be, and I end up becoming miserable. I have always known since I was younger that there was a bigger purpose over my life, but I've never fully grasped what that purpose looked like, if that makes sense. I've taken these jobs, and I get in these jobs, and then I'm miserable, but yet, you know, I want more money, and I want, you know, more things that come with it. So I work my butt off at these jobs, and I may, you know, get promoted, but because I'm not a fan of the job to begin with, and it's just like I take on more of this for this small pay increase, yet now I'm twice as overwhelmed. Now I'm twice as stressed out. Now I'm twice as depleted. And I'm miserable. And I've done that at almost every job. Now, I'm in my 30s now. And there have been things that I've always wanted to do, but I always felt like what I've wanted to do in life, I used to feel like that's not gonna make any money. And I feel, if I'm being very transparent with you, I feel like I have always been I want to say light years ahead when it comes down to certain things. I will have a vision of something, right? Something creative. And I will always have this vision and it'll be in my mind super hard. But because I didn't trust myself enough to make it happen, and I didn't trust what stepping out on faith looked like, and I was always in survival mode, these ideas, these creative ideas, these things that I was passionate about, I would sit on them. And then also, because I would always be in this headspace like, I've never seen that before. No one's doing that. No one's going to understand this. No one's going to respect this. People are going to think I'm crazy for these ideas. And I would sit on them. I would just, the fire that was underneath them, I would put it out just as quickly as it came. And then it would be like 3 and 4 years later, these ideas, these exact same ideas, these exact same concepts, I would see them being done by somebody, and then boom, they're taking off. They're huge. And this has been like this since I was a preteen. I've noticed this since I was a preteen, that I would have these amazing ideas that I would at least think were amazing, and then self-doubt would just kick in of just that's weird, no one's gonna understand it, all of these things, and then they're gone just as quickly as they come. And then like I said, I see other people doing it, or I see the idea that I had 4 years ago coming to fruition, and now it's taking off. Now in my I say all that to say that now in my 30s, I'm really in this headspace of wanting to bet on myself. I really want to bet on myself. I know now, after so many years of going through these ups and downs with believing if I'm capable of doing it, I now truly believe that I am capable of creating the life that I want. Now, the issue that I'm having, is that trying to believe in yourself and create this life, and really getting out of that mentality of survival mode. I am so scared to just I'm so scared to step out on faith. I'm so scared because I've been in a situation where I've quit a job thinking, I'm tired of working. I know that there's something greater for me. I know that there's something bigger for me. I know that my purpose is more than working for somebody else. I really, honestly, truly, transparently don't feel as though my spirit aligns with working for anybody else. I am honestly exhausted. But as I stated before, I've been in a situation where I've quit a job. I went and quit and didn't work for about 1.5 years. And what I've learned now about that is that one, I wish I would have taken full advantage of me not working when I quit my job. So in 2020, right around the time that the pandemic happened, I was really, because I don't know if I could get sued for this, but I don't want to say the name of the job, but I was working in a hospital, and it was a lot going on, and I was stressed, okay? I was super, super stressed. I was overworked. I was overwhelmed. I would wake up in the morning, getting ready for work, in the shower, in tears, okay? I would be so just defeated, like, this is not what I'm supposed to be doing. And that's something that I noticed about a lot of the jobs that I worked. I will always be in this sad place where I would feel so distraught because I would feel so defeated. So at this point, here I am yet again at another job where I'm feeling defeated, where I'm feeling overwhelmed, where I'm feeling overworked and underpaid and underappreciated. And I said, I'm not doing this. I can't do this anymore. So I quit the job. Now, at the time, like I said, everything was shutting down. I wish now that I had taken more advantage of it, because instead of me seeing like, hey, this is your green light to really like flourish, like really bet on yourself. Because I'm gonna be honest, my bills, I had bills, but they weren't, God really favored me. You know, God has always favored me, but I feel like God really like carried me in 2020 to 2021. God really did. And instead of me seeing that at the time, I was so stressed out about where my finances were going to come in. Where was I going to get this money? How was I going to pay the bills that I had? You know, if anything came up, how am I supposed to live? And I don't have any, like, savings is depleted. Just like, I'm really feeling like I didn't think this out. And instead of using that time to say, hey, this is your season, this is your time to fully commit to whatever you want to do. This is your season to really focus on you, lock in, get some structure, get a routine, and really push through this. That's what 2020 to 2021 should have been for me. But instead, it was me stressed out. I went from one stress to another. I went from being stressed out at work to now I'm stressed out because I don't know where the money is going to come from. Now I'm stressed out because are these bills not going to get paid? I'm stressed out because I have a car that still has to get maintained. And, you know, it's an older car. So I have to be aware if things need to get fixed on it. Where is that going to come from? I'm stressed out because where am I going to get groceries from? Like, I went from one stress to another when I really should have been in the headspace that, hey, we're already as where when I was working, I was 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I'm now completely in the door. I'm completely in the room. So let's take full advantage of that. But I could not align myself with the fact that I had created and opened a door for myself, because I was looking at everything that I could stand to lose. I was looking at everything that could possibly go wrong. I was really in a headspace of worst case scenario. And even though God was continuing to carry me through this whole entire year, I was so stressed. I could not wrap my mind around. I had a hard time being present. In that year and a half, I had a hard time with locking in on all the blessings that I was standing in from 2020 to 2021. And now here it is 2024. And I feel like I took on another job, and I'm back in that space of feeling like this is not it. I'm so grateful to have the means to be able to take care of myself. I'm so blessed to be in a situation to pay my bills and to, have the necessities and the things that I have taken care of. But I truly feel in my heart and in my spirit that God is saying that there is more for me. There is more that I should be doing. And I struggle with that because I struggle with the idea that, God, I don't want to work for anybody else. God, I don't want to do that. 2, on top of that, the next thing I do, I said, God, let it be in my purpose. I don't want to move anymore out of alignment of my purpose. I don't want to do anything that doesn't feel like is intentional. I don't want to do anything anymore that does not feel like is in alignment with my heart space. I don't want to do anything anymore that does not bring me joy, that I'm not in love with. And I don't want to do anything anymore that is not only is it helping me and nurturing me and pouring into me, it has to deliver that to others as well. The things that I find joy in, the things that I'm doing, and the things that are bringing me this sense of purpose, it has to be able to pour into others. And I struggle with that because I don't I'm being very honest right now. So a lot of days, and I feel myself getting emotional, a lot of days, I don't know what that looks like. A lot of days, I don't know what that looks like. And it's difficult when you know in your heart that God has something bigger for you, that God has something better for you, that what God wants you to do exceeds anything you've ever done before, but you don't know what that looks like. You don't know what that looks like, and that is scary. For me, that is really scary because I'm scared to fail. I'm scared to fall on my ass, but I know that is a part of the process of learning what your purpose is. I know that that is a part of your story. I know that's a part of your testimony. I know that is a part of you going steadfast into your purpose. But I cannot sit up here and lie and say that it does not scare me, because I've been in these situations before and I didn't take it. I'm scared to not take full advantage of who I am. I'm scared to not fully bet on me. Staying stagnant scares me to death. Staying in situations longer than I should be scares me to death. I feel like right now, I feel like I am 1 foot in and 1 foot out. And I know that on this journey of becoming this new version of myself, I have to fully have my whole body in it. I have to fully be committed in what that looks like into this journey of becoming exactly who it is I want to be. I said I was not going to get up here and cry. But I know that that is going to require a lot of me. And there's this sense of like, there's a part of me that doubt, that, you know, that part of yourself that it's not your biggest cheerleader, that part of yourself that can be your biggest hater. I feel like sometimes she sits in the background and is just like, hey girl, I understand that you want to do more. I get it. But remember last time? And I don't want to be in that headspace. I really want to release that. I used to cringe when people used to ask me, well, Kiara, if you don't want to do this and you don't want to do that, what is it that you want to do? Because I used to be so scared of hearing other people's opinion on what I wanted to do with my life. At one point I used to envision in my mind, I'm like, I want to be a content creator. I want to create content. I want to fully focus into that. But honestly, I think that even that is lowballing myself, because I really want to focus on transcending my life. And I would love for me transmuting and transcending and transforming my life. I hope that testimony encourages and inspires others. When I say that I want my content to be based on the content of my life, I really want to live my life doing all of the things that feel good to me. My life is my content. That's what I want it to be. My story and the things that I am experiencing right now, in every season of my life, in every season of this journey, that's the content that I want to make. I used to have this hang up about the fact that I used to be a thrifter and all of these different things, and we'll get into that in another video. But I had to realize that there are so many different aspects to who I am. And I used to get so discouraged when I felt like I was bubbling and boxing myself into this one aspect, when here it is, I am multifaceted. There are so many things that I am into. There are so many things that make me who I am, that make me as special as I am. And for me to diminish that, that's the problem. My problem that I had to realize was not what other people thought. It's really what I thought of myself. I was struggling with the idea that, Kiara, you can be so many different things to so many different people. But what you need to be all of that to you. I need to be my own biggest cheerleader. I need to believe that I am capable of doing these things. I need to bet on myself. I am never going to see the beauty in the things that people say about me if I don't believe that about myself. I'm never going to see what other people see in me if I don't already see that in myself. So right now, I am going through this season of coming back to who I am. I am in this place of remembering who I am and what I am capable of. And that is really difficult when for so many years I tucked her away. I put her in a box. I said, I'll deal with you at a later time. And now I just feel like that version of me, of who I am, is like, no, babe, you're going to deal with me now. We're going to figure this out right now, because you can't get to the next season in your life when you're not even acknowledging who you are right now. So this is where I'm at. I work a full-time job, okay? And at the same time, I'm trying to push this content out. I really am trying to get better with being disciplined enough to create this content when I don't feel like it. Because every day I'm not motivated. Some days, hell, I'm not even inspired. But having to be disciplined enough to say, Kiara, you're not going to get where you want to be if you don't push through. I am having to learn to be structured. I don't structure. I'm not familiar with her. I'm having to learn to be structured. I'm having to learn to get into a routine. I'm having to learn to be kinder and be nicer to myself in the way that I talk to myself. I'm having to learn to really pour into myself in a way that I've never experienced before. I'm having to remind myself that, Kiara, showing up for yourself every day is going to look different. So you can't be in this box mind state that because showing up for yourself look like this today means this is what it's going to look like tomorrow. Having to remember that, guess what? You're going to have to go with the flow of that every day. But you still have to be disciplined enough to show up for yourself. That's my biggest concern right now. Having to be disciplined enough to show up for myself. If I am saying that I want to create this life, that I have to be disciplined enough to show up for myself to create this said life. I have to keep telling myself that day in and day out, through the tears, through the depression, through the anger, through the resentment, through the hurt, through the fits, through the highs, through the lows. I have to remember to tell myself every day, girl, you're gonna have to show up. I don't know what that's gonna look like for you today, but guess what? We're gonna talk to God about it, we're gonna pray about it, and we're gonna show up. So I'm not sure who needs to hear that, but I know that I am not the only one who has these moments where, you battling between who you were, who you are, and who you trying to be. Is a constant battle. It is a constant battle of having one foot into changing so that you can step into this new life, and having that one foot out the door because it scares you to have to do something different, to do something that's unfamiliar. It scares you to have to bet on yourself because you've never done that before. So here we are. And I believe in this journey. I believe in this fight. I believe that on the other side of this discipline, on the other side of this faith, on the other side of this consistency, of the other side of this radical love for myself, that there is a life that I am truly deserving of. There's a life that is greater than anything that I've ever experienced before. So I say thank you. I say thank you, God, for what's about to happen in my life, for the changes that are happening right now, for the changes that are about to occur, for the way that my life is about to pivot, for the changes that I'm making, for the chains that I am breaking, for the things that I am transmuting, for the things that I am transcending, from the things that I am transforming in my life, for the way that I am evolving, for the way that I am surrendering to this change. I am so grateful and I am so thankful for this. And I'm so thankful that you guys tune in to this journey that I'm on. And whenever you need a reminder of if you have it or not, you can always come back to this video. Make sure you guys leave a comment. I love the comments. Make sure you subscribe, share it if you feel like somebody else needs to hear this. But yeah, I will be back with another video, same time. I ain't gonna lie. We ain't gonna say same time. We just gonna say disciplined enough to show up again. I love you guys, and I will talk to you in the next video. I don't want them people kids in this video, but I love you guys, and have an amazing day. Bye.